Make sure it's on YouTube. I did put all of your names in the descriptions. Like we said yesterday, when it sends you the notification, you've been mentioned in a video. I did that. You just put the @ symbol and then put their name, and then it works that way.
Oh, okay.
So it is on there.
Fabulous.
Oh, somebody hit like, so somebody's in here. Hi.
My troll will be along shortly to give you a thumbs down.
Yeah, they will. Bless their heart. Bless their heart.
Thank you to the trolls for thumbs downs. They count too in a positive way, whether they believe it or not.
They don't know what else to do.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
It ain't like nothing else is on in the world or nothing.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to change my like comments thing. That's what happened. I was going, why am I not seeing comments?
Put it on live comments, Ganga, over to the right.
Yeah, I got it now. So.
Okay.
I just got your notification, Johnny, that you're live.
It went out. Yay.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, our first foursome, isn't it, Johnny?
Yeah. You can have up to 6, StreamYard says.
Wow. Can you imagine 6 of us all at the same time?
Ganga brought her butterfly net. She said no trolls today. Round them up.
I'm going to have to try that one day. 6 people. I mean, that's what we did on the panel, but we weren't reading anything. But, you know.
We used to do rapid fire, like 3-card pulls or 4-card pulls.
I think them days is way over.
Yeah.
With that whole, we go down the rabbit hole a lot. So
it's like you gotta ask Ward. Get a worms.
Give 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes of Artie on the table, then he's got to go.
Oh no, Artie, you're going to get evicted.
He's so funny. This cat, like, he'll let me do anything to him as long as I'm paying attention.
Oh, Artie.
You're a mess.
Little menace.
The fool popped out 3 times. Like it's going to do some talking tonight, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. They're gossipy. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they are. It's the only card that keeps popping out.
Like, I got all this stuff to tell you.
Oh, Lord, he's busy. Somebody keep track of the breaking news, I guess.
My Whitey card just keeps coming up on all the pages. It's like there's a lot of news getting ready to break.
That's it for sure.
Yes, Artie is definitely King Leo, he thinks.
Hi, Ona.
Oh, Ona's here.
Hi, Kathy. I keep seeing the wrenches. I need new glasses. I can't see much, but I can see the blue when it pops.
I might need to put on my sunglasses.
Which one?
My sunglasses, because I'm facing the window and I got my blinds and my curtains down, but it's still in my face. I can't see.
I like that name, Queen of Sanity.
But is she still the queen of sanity after last week? Hey, Jace.
It's always good to see the other readers coming on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Artemis. Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
going to go, when I do the readings, I'm going to go from top of the list to the bottom. So we're going to be around all over the place here.
okay.
And we'll just It's not as many as usual, so we'll just stop when we get to the end, or if we're running late, we'll jump to bingo. Uh-huh.
There's 4 of us, it'll take a little longer anyway.
Yeah. So let's start with the Lincoln Project. I have no idea what that is. So
That's Kellyanne Conway's husband, the group that they founded to Republicans against Trump.
all I knew is they was doing ads. That's all I really knew about them.
Brilliant ads, really attacking him for his crown bug response and stuff.
And not just him, they're going after all congressional Republicans that have been lapdogs to him too.
So sympathizers too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
Mr. McConnell, all those guys.
So someone wants to know, will they be effective? And I'm gonna add a little to that. Will they be effective in turning the base? These ads don't need to convince Democrats, of course. So will they be effective in educating or turning the base?
Trump's base?
Yes.
The delusional base. And we're starting already.
And will they be effective for this election cycle?
I agree, Yona. Ganga looks fantastic.
Thanks, guys. I'm definitely feeling better since I'm not having those attacks. So that I think that has something to do with it.
That is good. So no is the answer. So there you go. Stream over.
Got victory on the bottom.
Well, good, because I didn't.
Maybe it varies by state and
I get the King of Wands and the Three of Cups right off the bat. So we have those who are trying to, I guess, educate. We're here with the Helper King is what I call him. And then the Three of Cups, that's that celebration and unity. But we have clarity and surrounded by confusion here with the Seven of Cups. The reading ends in the moon. So you might have some that can see through the illusion, but you don't have many. Now his base is still in the minority. I don't know. I just need them to come out of the cornfield and join the rest of us. But that doesn't seem to be happening, I guess.
yeah, I guess it's like you have to define base. Like, is it Trump's pure base or is it like all Republicans? Because I'm getting like victorious with swaying some Republicans. Here's the message going out and showing all the treachery and lunacy. They've got money behind them big time. They're climbing to higher ground already. There's a lot of people that are anxious. So their ads, the message that they're receiving from the ads is playing on people's anxiety some in a good way. So I do have a surprising amount are turning in America. That's my card for America, breaking with the base. But then there are those stubborn ones that are just going to be hanging around with the losers,
Well, I got that it's just, a sword of truth that they're going to have to be facing. I got white light on one side and wisdom on the other side. So we're going to be catching some people. We've got the Lover's card. We've got the investigation. Maybe they're going to go in a little bit more and look at things, a strength, and for the Trumpian base. So it's going to catch some people that, they're going to start going, maybe we need to look into this now.
I would bet, especially some of the ones that have been laid off, that are hurting financially.
I got the mice, the storks, and the dog. The paranoia, the anxiety, the stress. Some of them may increase it and remain loyal. Also, the paranoia, the anxiety, the stress, also the corruption changes loyalty. Okay, so I'm answering it from both sides, from the people that are the base and then like sensical people. So
Yeah, those that still have a brain cell left.
It's not stuck to the side.
Both of them.
Oh, Lord. Well, speaking of brain damaged, there are people out who are getting violent when they're asked to wear a mask. And so is that going to continue? Is it going to get worse? Is it going to taper off? But we're seeing way too many, one is too many cases of people who are going into shops and being asked to put a mask on, and then they murder people in one case in the Family Dollar. So is this going to get worse? Is it going to stop, taper off? What? If you don't want to wear one, just leave.
Yeah, just don't come to the store.
Why do you have to get angry and like you walk 99 miles to the store or something?
It's premeditated. When you leave, you come back with a gun, you shoot the guy. You know, that's premeditated. You had time to think about it and cool down.
Yeah, I get his tapering off. I get 7 of Wands. There's your defending, and defensive position. Here with the Temperance, it might be some working together, at least on especially, what do you call those? Mom and pop shops and local neighborhood spots that are pretty much kind of protected by the neighborhood itself. So I think it'll taper off. There's still a little imbalance in irrational people here with the Knight of Wands. So you will still have pockets of people who didn't get the memo that something's going around. And so it'll still persist, but it won't be as bad, especially when some more punishments with the Justice and the King of Wands, that starts being a little more reported on.
Yeah, I get there's on the bottom, there's some stubborn people, so that will still cause some problems. But the new action, you know, and like you said, with the Justice Department, like once they see like some people going to jail over this kind of violence, that'll slow things down. But there are some that are working together with others on this. This is their agenda, and they like the attention too of inciting a little bit of the craziness. But I do get victory on slowing it down some. There's going to be a lot of talk. There's some that are still conceiving plans. The people that are over emotional, but I do get that it'll slow down a little bit.
Okay, well, I got that there are those. I get the mixed one, but those are those that are still being ballistic and just going to hang with that, the things. And then I get those that are, coming together and getting through troubled waters, which understand the validity of it. So I get, we've got still that division with it happening.
Oh, you don't like me. I gotta know. I'm getting that the lies and the misinformation is being televised, and that's what's fueling them. It keeps happening over and over and over again. So this could be online groups. This could be the monkey that's over there hanging out and squatting in the White House currently misinforming and putting it on loop. Also networks online as well. So it's almost like they're feeding off of that. You know what I mean? And as long as that's there, it will continue to just loop around. So
yeah, it'll still be out there because they can't help it. Some people are just irrational. Thank you, Pogo Code, too, by the way, for the donation. Will 19 be under control at the White House, or is it doomed to be the virus house?
Is it going to be the next epicenter?
Because they're saying they're working diligently to trace where these aides got it, but they probably spread it to at least 2 other people when they came to work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we read on Typhoid Mary Ivanka last night.
Mercy. So will they get it under control? It'll just fly everywhere then.
Not for a little while. It hasn't peaked in the White House yet.
There's going to be 2 other people, possibly women, who'll get it, but it's not a where they need to shut it down epidemic type thing. But I get a Page of Cups and a 3 of Cups. I think there's 1 woman already, but there's 2 additional ones that are coming too. Because I get Queen of Coins and Queen of Wands. These are people. And then the 2 of Cups. So these 2 people have something in common, as in they either work together or work in the same spots, not just in the White House, because the White House is massive, but like within the same department. So there might be 2 additional people we hear about, possibly 3, but I think we heard 1 already. So there might be 2 additional people who get sick, but I don't see like an out of control thing.
They're gonna say it's under control, though. I get they're gonna do a lot of talk on this, and try to act like they're on higher ground with it, try and act like they're victorious. But guess what? It hadn't gone away. They're trying to block information about this, and there's some sneaky things going on. So they're blocking information about it, but they're stuck with it for a while here in the future. So over the next 2 to 6 weeks, they still got it. They haven't peaked yet. It's going to be transferring back and forth before they get to calmer waters with it and business as usual. There's some people that are being sent out. They're either being let go or they're putting them out in quarantine. There's one high-ranking person in the White House that's going to get it. So like one of the cabinet members or somebody.
I said that yesterday too, that somebody of a prominence, somebody's name, household name, you'll see it.
Typhoid Mary?
I thought that it's not going to bode well for one of the family members. Okay. They're going to, the choice, they didn't wear a mask, they're going to take it home to a family member. And then I would say it's one of the women there's underneath of it still misinformation spin they're going to be putting out there about it. Again, we've got death cards, so that's not looking good. And it may cost them money somewhere.
I'm getting that. I got the cross, the storks, and the ship. It looks like here with the testing, they're going to increase it and then send people away. People are going to go away because there may be something here when they leave and return with the testing. So people go away.
Well, speaking of away, Wuhan, they now have more cases appearing. I want to know why. Is it because they lied about having it under control, or did they start back their society too fast? Because their cases are now growing exponentially, kind of like how New York did. Yeah. So why? I think they started too fast. I get king. Well, there could be some misinformation too. There's always misinformation in these type of things because you don't want to look bad in front of the rest of the class. But there's the king of cups here. Somebody in charge taking a foolish step, but the fool crossing it. The eight of wands and the six of wands and the eight of cups. This is counting a victory far too quickly. There was still something on the horizon that you did not pay close enough attention to. And then you counted your victory, I guess, so that you, like I said, can appear to be a little more competent in front of the rest of the class. Judgment and justice. This was imbalance. Here with balance, this card is about balance, but your judgment was clouded since we started with the fool. You took a step way too fast, and it ends with my time card. So this was bound to happen. It was kind of inevitable the way you did things. So yeah, I think it was too fast. I don't get anything about like deception, but I'm pretty sure that's there.
Yeah, well, I get there's a little deception, like they're blocking all the information about, or some of the information about it. So there's a little bit of deception, but they thought this was behind them. The loss was behind them. So they were talking like opening things up again, for sources of income. And some of the people who had not listened before maybe didn't quarantine and got around other people. I feel like they're infecting young people or spreading it. So, it's something airborne. It's structurally there. So it's just renewed and moving forward at a steady pace again. I do get that it'll come to an end again, but they're going to have to quarantine the families, get them in lockdown again.
Okay, well, I got basically the same thing. We had, they wanted to put the word out. They wanted prosperity, open things up. But then serendipity, of course, you open it too early, you're going to have the problems. We got the wheel, what goes around comes around, this type of thing. We had them, again, going off to their job too soon. So now they have to bear the burden of the, going on the families again. So same thing again.
So I'm basically getting the same thing too. A woman a woman at home or a woman in the administration, whatever it is, stuck at home comes to an end for friends here. There's a difficult change, a difficult increase. And here's a big obstacle, a block that was cut off, and then here's an opportunity. People were leaving home, and they shut down the shutdown. They cut off the shutdown and opened it up here, and that's where the opportunity was. And it looks like the testing, they may have quite possibly stopped a little bit early, like they didn't have a good representation of it somehow because they cut it off.
So will they take precaution next time around, or are they going to keep repeating that cycle, like image over information?
Image and money.
Kind of like what we're doing here.
Yeah, these factory owners, they want to make their money and get back to work, and they don't care that the little peon blue collar people, get sick and die. Purely for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, if you can believe that.
I think it's a recurring cycle. I get the judgments, Eight of Swords, Knight of Swords. So something rushes forward without all the details, and we repeat the cycle.
Yep, it renews. Passed along person by person. It's a virus that mutates.
Yeah, I got basically the same thing, wanting to go after the money and, earthbound thing and playful and wanting to go out and play and do all that stuff. And so, again, too early.
Just rush out the door.
Exactly.
I got the writer, the child, the ring. So there's news coming in about something new that loops around. It just happens again. And this could also be, it may, because on this last spread, we got the dog and the clover. Because of this, it may give opportunity for something new to come out of that from what's currently happening over there. Like almost like it turns into something new. So I don't know if that's a mutation or what, but
Lord.
Yeah, I wonder if that has to do with the kids and stuff. Now they have the kids.
Yeah, there's something going on with kids who are getting the virus, but they don't know if it's connected directly, but it probably is. Thank you, Red Lentil Healing. So Hong Kong is now having a new set of anti-government protests. Will they be as bad as the last time or not? Seeing as how people are a little more quarantined and things like that. Will it be as bad? Not that protests have stopped, as we've seen. Because we at first was like, well, if everybody's quarantined, how are we doing protests? Just go outside and protest. They don't care.
They're out there with their masks. They're getting it done.
Take your gun. That'll protect you. Shoot the virus.
Shoot the virus. That's right.
With bleach bullets. Oh, or like Ghostbusters or something. Get special.
All of these people.
Goodness gracious.
I just want to know, what kind of mentality do you think that a gun is going to resolve every issue you have in life?
Everyone.
I don't get it, but whatever.
I wonder, is there a like a head to this protest or something? Like, is there a person organizing it?
Yeah, they've got some people that spearhead it, you know, get it going on social media.
Because I got two kings and they're having a conversation. I don't know if this is like the leader talking to the police force or whatever it is, but they're trying to come together to have, I guess, the same mind frame, but there's an imbalance in between. So I can't necessarily say they're on the same side otherwise, but they could be, and they just could have different approaches to the situation. But I just feel as though they're not on the same side. These two people come from different sides, but I don't know if it's someone who is organizing the protests and then police chief or what is happening. But there is a new opportunity for a unity and a celebration. So there's a new opportunity for this to be resolved. But I do think it might get out of hand here with the Devil card, at least in the beginning, because I get the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords as well. They feel slighted. This is what starts the protest in the first place. But there is I did read a person's name. There was a sympathizer, is what they were calling him. The protesters were calling him some sort of dictator sympathizer or something like that. But their protests may get out of hand a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be as worse as the last time.
Yeah, I think they're not giving up. You know, here they go again, because people feel betrayed, and they feel they're trying to walk away from China basically here. There is someone who I think organizes this, and he's been victorious in the past, but there is some sort of imbalance with them a little bit, because China ultimately has the upper hand. So getting their message through to them, that would cause imbalance. I get they moved to higher ground, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. They're getting their message across, and I get a yes card with that. So out of this, they could end up negotiating something for Hong Kong. And I think a lot of it stems from the businessmen in Hong Kong.
Well, I get this is still a big emotional issue. They think they have a God-given right and they want to have healing. They don't want to be connected with China. I see them, again, wanting their ship to come in, very strong message, continuing to, rush ahead, and they're going to continue to take a strong stance. Yeah, they're not giving up anytime soon.
I'm getting that. It just keeps going. These are all 3 positive cards. I got the sun, the clover, and the fish. There's successful opportunity here for independence as well as business, commerce, trade. This is like your entrepreneurs and stuff. So yeah, it's just going to keep going. And it's like for independence and the market and business. So.
Thank you, Debbie Ann. So there are 2 Sioux nations in South Dakota that the governor is threatening to sue because they set up checkpoints for testing for 19. And she wants those checkpoints taken down. Mm-hmm. And so she's threatening to take them to court. So will she follow through with that? And what's going to happen if she does? Because they're like, well, we wouldn't have them if you would work with us. So you're not working with us, so have a good day.
What's the lady's name? The governor?
I have no idea.
I have it here somewhere. Kristen Noem, Noem, Noem. Christy Noem. I'm pronouncing it right, but I have her name.
Thanks, Jenny.
Won't help the Sioux Nation. Won't help the Navajo Nation, but you want them to help you.
Keep all your meat packing factories open so everybody's contagious outside of the native land.
I mean, let's not even mention the fact that they live on something called a reservation in the first place.
Yeah, you ain't got no rights to that. So.
It's like you took all their land, put them in a little corner, and then said, we still need to control what you do.
Yeah, you don't own the land. Government owns it. So.
Mm-hmm. That's so...
it's so bad.
So I get here with the Fool. This is just the beginning, and here with the Hangman, there is going to have to be some sort of output, some sort of sacrifice here. They're not going to come to terms, period. Like I get the Two of Pentacles and the World. Like you want something to complete, and yet it still flares back up. So I don't think they're going to have an understanding. Once it goes, because there I do see the Justice card did pop up. So it is, I think it is going to court for sure. There might be a possibility. This is still just the ace, it's not the 10. There might be a possibility for some sort of agreement going forward. But with the 7 of Swords, it just seems like it's a really arduous process. This is not going to be an overnight thing. They're not just going to take down the checkpoints because you want them to. So this is going to be a back and forth, and it's going to keep going for at least 2 months.
It's interesting. I've got the legacy card on the bottom. This is their land. I think she's like moving into court action like really, really soon, if not already. Because I got just this first card, like she's already moving it that way. The challenge is they're holding steady. So I do feel like there'll be some conversations to try to put an end to this cycle. But they're still left defending here in the future. This is the airborne bug, coming in, and they're trying to work together with people. They're trying to watch what's going on with it. I feel like there's another action that they're going to do. And then I feel like the governor comes back with an action of her own with her own hidden agenda. So I don't know that they can get on the same page.
Yeah, I'm getting that, there's a lot of heartache with all the problems happening, but we've got the nostalgia car want to go back, and they keep wanting to put energy in it, saying, look, it's our reservation, we should have the right to do this. But again, we'll have those working together, some offer being made, and they're going to get tied up with it, of course, and there will be a victory for the.
I'm getting a no. I got the fox, the house, the coffin. Something sneaky and suspicious people are investigating because it's their home, and then there's illness here, or the other thing that happens when you go to a coffin. But this is a no. And then I asked what would be the outcome. I got the bird. So there's going to be hearings, meetings, talking, negotiations that are going to be very passionate. There's going to be a woman in particular, dark haired, dark eyed, I don't know, who's a liar and a snake. Whatever she's trying to deliver gets blocked. Ultimately gets blocked. So I don't see, she may try, it ain't going to go anywhere.
She's a Trumpian, so yeah, she's definitely a snake.
Yeah, she can try, but it looks like the tribes aren't moving. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Thank you, Share Bear. So why does Mike Pence fight so hard about quarantine and face mask? Is it still just image? Like he's trying to portray that everything's okay, and I can't walk around with the face mask because that gives you the impression something's wrong? Or what else is it? Is it still just image that he just won't quarantine? He makes people around him take the mask off. He said he's going back to the White House today, even though, it was ground central at one point.
Because he prays, Johnie.
Yeah, that's right.
At the prayer group in the White House.
The blood of Jesus.
Blood of Jesus on him.
That blood of Jesus. I forgot.
Blood of Jesus all over him.
I know it was the blood. It'll do it. Won't he do it every time? Hallelujah.
That's what I got before when I read on him. It's, Jesus.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Oh, Shando. Yes, he'll do it. Yes, he'll do it. Yes, he will.
I just speak those tongues there, boy.
He'll do it every time. Yes, he will. Christians of the world, please. The blood of Jesus is for sin, not for viruses. So we're clarifying here. I think he was sacrificed in a time where there was no 19. So update. Goodness gracious. Unless they got a new and improved formula for the blood of Jesus, Benadryl come out with a new formula every year. So maybe they need a new formula.
Better be blood that has the plasma donors in it.
Thank you, Joyce.
He's anxious on the bottom. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's the first card I get. So that's kind of sad too, because I feel as though he is technically worried about it, but he can't get out of that image. That hangman, he needs to be seen to be the master and the sacrificer, and I'm that whole bit. But he's worried about it, which is so silly, because if you're worried about your health, because here's my health card with the temperance and it's imbalanced, because he is like 900. So if you are worried about your health, then stop taking foolish actions, because there's his I can't really call it confusion because he knows better. But here's your 7 of Cups energy, and then the action he constantly takes. He's going along with the flow. He's sticking to the script instead of putting precaution where it needs to be. because he got that new formula coming in, I guess.
Yeah. I've got he's anxious too on the bottom there. He's going to work as usual, business as usual, but he thinks like justice, like if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Like if he's gonna get it, he's gonna get it. Like that means God means for me to have it. And it's like I heard like his challenge is like the word of God. This is communication. I heard the word of God. So he's looking to the divine. But he's also stuck. It's like that's what everybody else is doing there. He's stuck in Trump land. There is an imbalance. I'm getting he is going to be fighting it. The bug. Again, like were you picking up earlier, Johnny? 3 people. I feel like 3 people. So he may be one of the higher up kind of people that comes in contact with it.
Well, I get he's feeling a bit embattled, and this is an expression of his faith.
It's that blood of Jesus.
It's a hey, hallelujah, praise the Lord. We got, the big head of the stuff in the White House going on here, and of course, we're going to just magically make this disappear. I got to go out there and put out that same message for the ugly party.
Yeah, that magician in there has the red blood of Jesus prayer shawl on.
Yeah, there you go.
So I pulled the stars, the tree, the letter, the sun, and the fox. He's hopeful here with his spirituality that he's going to get the message and he'll be successful, and people are just tripping out. But it's also saying that with the stars, it's something that spreads and metastasizes. So there's something that's spreading and metastasizes, a health report, a medical record that is going to shine a light, and then they're trying to hide and manipulate stuff here. And it's also something to do about a record around jobs here. So I don't know if he's doing it to manipulate, to put on a show for the media that everything's handy dandy, fine and glorious, get people back to work. You know what I'm saying? So but I'm seeing his faith, not really his ego, and manipulating something too, quite possibly for jobs. So
got to keep that image up so you think everything is okay. That way we can go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me give a public service announcement here in the middle. 3 things. Number 1, the blood of Jesus is for sin, not for viruses. Number 2, your belief is not strong enough. The devil believes in God too. You still need to take action of some sort. That's why you have a brain first and the rest later. Number 3, down in the description box, right under where it says Tarot's Apprentice and it lists subscriber and all that, Ganga Tarot, which is below here, and Jenn Tarot, which is over here, and then Becca from the House of Lenormand, which is right there. I am doing this simply because, thank you, Dottie, for joining. I'm doing this because the last live stream, someone says, hey, does the other 2, remaining Jenn and Becca, have channels too? So I thought that maybe everybody who knows me should know y'all, but apparently not. So I put down in the description links to all 3 channels. Go and subscribe. And
I feel like we're in the Brady Bunch. They're little squares.
Thank you, Joyce, also.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Joyce. And also, just shameless plug. I'm sorry, but I guess I have to now. Below where you see the word Lenormand and the 328 likes and the 1 dislike, thank you very much. There is a join button. You can join the channel for $1.99 and you get your own set of emojis that you can use for my chat. So thank you, Dottie Burns, for joining the TA community. So back on this.
Now,
Okay.
see, I learned something new. I didn't know about that $1.99 deal.
Yes, you can join my YouTube channel, I guess they call it, for $1.99, and you get your own set of emojis, and you're technically a member. And so, like, if I wanted to do a live stream with only members, and it would just be me and Dottie. So, how does his base view him constantly? Trump, we're talking, constantly walking off from his press conferences. He walked off from one today because another nasty woman said something nasty to him. And it was actually just a question, but you know how he is. Thank you, Lucianne. So how do they feel about him walking off? Do they see him as tough and he doesn't have to deal with it? Or, thank you, Kathy. Or do they see him as running away from, which I don't know, but do they see him as running away from strong women?
I'm just going to ask, how do they see him?
Yeah.
When he walks out.
They see him when he walks up.
His face. Ay, vey.
I mean, this is what I was saying about his pet rallies. When he would go to Sweet Valley High, and then next thing you know, everybody likes me. Thank you, Jules. And everybody loves me. And thank you, Kelly. And only the people there agree with him. Thank you, Suzanne. But when he gets in front of, they're not even opposition. They're just reporters trying to get information. When he gets in front of other people who weren't at the pep rally, then he gets frustrated and walks off.
Kind of like when he got booed at that, was it the Super Bowl or was it that one football game when he got booed?
I think it was a football game. Thank you, Colleen, and thank you, Debbie. Yeah, I think it was. And then he went to a hockey game and then got cheered or something.
No, it was MMA. It was an MMA.
Yeah.
Because there was like 3 back-to-back places that he went and everybody booed at him.
Yeah. So. Oh Lord, now I can't keep up. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Debbie, and again. And thank you, Suzanne.
Oh my goodness.
We got a lot of new members now.
Yeah.
I guess the commercials work.
Okay, so here's my initial impression. Thank you, James. There is the 5 of Cups. So they do feel that sometimes he is attacked. Asking you a question is not attacking you. All you have to do is skip me and go to the next person. You don't have to, raise your peacock feather and then get all angry about it. But because here's the tower. Right next to it, and how fitting, it's an old age home, but there he has the tower right next to that. So he does feel a little attacked here with the 8 of Wands, the things that they say. But there are some of them, thank you, Sharon, who they feel as though he gives up his power when he leaves the room. And so some of them, and I think this may even be the majority, they want him to stay and take it. Like they do. These are the stand your ground people, and he's not standing his ground. He is very Vietnam right now.
So they want him to stand there and fight so they can see him as an expression of their own grievances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And be tough and scratch and claw. Thank you, Gemini. Mm-hmm.
So I get they see that he's backstabbed by the press, and they see him as secure, that he's a secure person, but his challenge is to show strength. So you're right. Like they think he's showing a little weakness and anxiety about it, but they do think he's bullied by the nasty women, especially, these nasty women. That changes everything, and Trump just can't accept it. So they're kind of like, there's a little mystery to them about that. They don't quite understand it, like why he feels threatened by strong women. They don't understand that part.
Yeah, well, I got the strong women there, those uppity women, strong women. and he loses his serenity with it, walks off. But then again, they see, he's the wealthy merchant guy. Underneath, they think it's justice that he's strong enough to walk off and just, be his wealthy self.
I'm getting the clover, the key, the star, the stork, the tree. There might be some that think that he's playing the media because he's the important celebrity here and he's the one that has the upper hand and can change things. So it's like, oh, he's playing 5-dimensional chess with the media and keeping them on their toes and blah, 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 blah. And they think that he really is strongly grounded and rooted. Like that's what I'm picking up on. That is the media.
Thank you, Samo. Also, thank you, Danielle, from earlier. And thank you, Renee, Melly, and Janie. I want to know, why do you have such a problem with stronger women? And I won't even say strong women, I'll say women, period. But let's say strong women. Because I have 2 theories, and I want to see if one of them pop up. Thank you, Jay. That's one, he either can't buy them because he has no real friends. People just need things from him or want things from him. That's the only reason they're close to him, including his kids. So he has no real friends, so he can't buy, like, for instance, that reporter who asked him the nasty question. Or 2, he has a deep-rooted mommy issue, and he was abused or slapped around or called a name or whatever. But, like, what is it? Because he wanted to walk off in the Hillary debate, but all he could do was, stalk around.
Yeah, stalk around to try to intimidate.
Stand behind her and
explode.
He's a typical coward. It's all intimidation tactics.
Down his nose, trying to tower over.
Mm-hmm.
I would have accidentally turned around too fast, and poked him in the gut or something.
You remember when he was at that one rally where he was it was right after an unfortunate incident in a school, and he was at a rally and he was talking about how if he was in one of those situations, he would take down the person that was doing it. And in that rally, there was something that sounded like thing like that, and he hauled ass so quick in the middle of that speech. It's like, oh, come on, man.
Thank you, Sonia. I get a first card I get is the Empress. This is in this deck the epitome of powerful woman. This is where life passes through, is the Empress. And then you get the Judgment card right after that. This is an internal thing. Thank you, Miss May. This is internal with the 2 of Swords. This does come from a past, but he has always been afraid of women. And I'm going to say the word afraid and intimidated, because the Queen of Swords can be an intimidating woman because she doesn't hit with things. She hits with words. And so she can cut you down even and not crack a smile, not crack a frown. She can just do it with her regular conversation. So, and here with the Knight of Wands, this is how he responds. He responds with trying to be forceful and powerful. So he's very, very intimidated of women, probably just comes with his kid. He always has been. This is why he has meek, mild women around him and people he can buy.
I'm going on a soul level here. I'm getting a soul message because it's in the structure of his soul. It's in the structure of who he is. He has unfinished work in regards to his morals and dogma about women. And this is a cycle that has repeated. It's, he starts it again. So many lifetimes of this, I'm going to say. He needs to change his perspective, but he doesn't want to because, he is the king, he thinks. So he either fights with them, blocks them, and when he walks away, then he gets emotional, and starts name calling with them. So like he doesn't name call to their faces, right? He waits till he walks away, and then he starts tweeting names.
Like he does to Miss Maxine Waters. What he does to Miss Maxine Waters all the time.
Thank you, Ange. Yeah, and she called. He can get away with. Thank you, Renee, with calling Hillary a nasty woman because he couldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was she gonna do?
I guess women have an empowerment, that puts him on edge, and he thinks he needs to have a victory over them because they have a faith that he doesn't have. He doesn't have any sort of faith at all. And he sees that, when a strong word is put out, these women will talk a message and get out of things. And so he feels he's got to manipulate.
I got the man, the key, the book, the bouquet, the scythe. He knows that a woman that has an education and is smart can strike him down. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all I'm getting. So
That's true. So Trump is saying that California votes shouldn't count because they can vote by mail and they can vote by machine both. And so there may be some double voting and all these types. So he's starting his, thank you, Alicia. He's starting his voter scam dog whistle now. So how far is this going to go? Is this going to go all the way to the election and he's going to try to intimidate people out of voting like he tried to do the last time and say, y'all need to go protect to his base. You need to go protect the polls, like take your guns and that kind of crap. Or is this going to fade out and go away? So is he going to continue to try to say this is voter fraud? Thank you, Jayon. Or is he going to stop with that message? Because when he feels he's losing, then everybody's cheating.
He'll never win California. Maybe the Central Valley, like Fresno, Hanford, Visalia, Bakersfield, where Nunes represents, but no.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird, this is why we need to get rid of the Electoral College. Mississippi should not have the same as California. Like,
no outdated law that favored slave owners.
It's like 8 gajillion people. Thank you, Dottie. That's not funny, but it's funny. His message is going to change. Here with the media, this is my media card, and then I get the death card on top of that. So his message is indeed going to change. It's going to be something about the White House, that we need to protect the White House or protect something. It's going to be convoluted, but he's going to have a change in message. Something about him and his position. If I don't stay here, then this and this and this is going to happen. The world's going to get worse if they push me out, because he needs people to help him from being pushed out. This is what made me chuckle. It's not funny, but it's funny. That he's kind of sitting there in bed and he's worried. His hands is in his hands, and the invisible enemy. Because remind you, on the 9 of Swords, the swords never touch the person. So the invisible enemy is what he's worried about. This thing that's coming for him, that loss. And here with the Empress and My America card, there, like I said, there's something new he's going to try. But it will tamper down. Thank you, Gigi.
He's not going to tamper it down. He's going to be steadily on right to election time to garner his support. Speaking, his own truth, such as he calls it, how he sees it, his own truth, until the king goes away, until he's voted out or kicked out or whatever. He's going to keep delivering the same messages.
Sayonara. What you getting, Miss Ganga?
Well, what I got is, of course, he's looking for every opportunity he can revving up his imagination.
Take those glasses.
The harmonious thing that he can get his believers to believe in, that he is being just so, embattled and has to defend it, against the world. Of course, we're going to see it a different way. I keep looking, where am I at here? But, people are not buying it, because I think other strong women, again, are going to come out and be speaking. And so.
Ganga, what is that deck with the guy with the glasses?
Oh, that one. Let me look real quick again. Oh, that's the White Rabbit deck. You like that one? Imagination.
Yes.
Well, that's cool. Looks like he drank something he shouldn't have. Mad Hatter. So I'm getting that he's going to continue to gaslight here, and the conversation may change with something that has to do with hospitals. How certain large metropolitan areas like the Los Angeles area, all the hospitals there in this situation that has to do with health that affects the lungs, and cutting off the government and blocking people, perhaps blocking people that are hospitalized, blocking the government of California, cutting them off and trying to block them. He's just going to continue to gaslight, and it looks like he might steer it towards the conversation of the health situation that's going on here, as a new diversion. But with him, everything's like squirrel, remember when he thought he was going to lose, he was already priming the country that it's a scam, it was rigged, blah, 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 so that he didn't have to be a failure. It's the same thing. It's like this guy is not very creative.
Thank you, Velvet, and thank you, Sweet Tea.
What's that, Miss Ganga?
I put on a new record and it's playing the same tune. It's one album.
As the violin gets smaller and smaller.
Oh, Lord, I don't want to say that wrong.
Ganga?
But thank you. I see your name all the time, too, and I never say it. Thank you, Tribal Woman.
I didn't see the whole thing.
G. Thomas. I'm going to say G. Thomas because I don't want to be disrespectful. Okay, so Jen, you were saying you had a reading or a question about Roberts being threatened?
I was curious if anyone has threatened or tried to bribe Justice Roberts on the Supreme Court. We were getting some weird things last night when we were reading on some of the Supreme Court stuff. And Trump's got 3 cases that start hearings tomorrow.
No, I don't get threatened. I do get that he is getting some sort of cryptic message, though. That he's getting some sort of not, and it's not in the case of like, hey, do you like your kneecaps? It's like something else, like, and not even as blunt as, thank you, Sharon, when Trump said to I hope you can let this thing go, type of thing. It's he's getting a cryptic message. However, that is to be explained. That's what I get.
I'm getting first card. I'm getting a yes card. Like I was trying to figure out, is it a threat or is it a bribe? He's been told to block something from releasing because it would bring a whole tower moment. Somebody has definitely been delivering messages to him, bonding with him, delivering a message of some kind. He feels stuck. I feel on one of the cases, there's 3 tomorrow. I feel on one of the cases, there's going to be victory with it, like he will block, and the other one that Trump will win that one. The other 2, I feel like he's not going to. He's going to stand on higher ground on the other 2.
Okay, I got that the White House, my card for the White House, is, giving him some spontaneous messages about remember our past, the nostalgia. We spent so much time together, et cetera, et cetera. And that underneath of it is they're trying to pull a strength card about, you've gotten your path where you're at and that action and to be victorious because of the White House. We put you there. So, just remember us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting, was he threatened? I'm not really getting threatened, but I'm getting that someone is being quite persistent in kind of trying to sugar him up.
Yeah.
Why don't you just be generous? Yeah, or they're being generous, or you know what I mean? They're being overtly nice, not with gifts, but like they're just being overtly nice. And then I asked if he was being bribed. I got the snake, the cough in the house. No, whatever lies and betrayal if there ever was any, those were shut down. And then there's stability here within the house. In the house, I mean like the Supreme Court, their little bubble of people. So, and this is also number 7. So the 7, no, like it's they're being nice to him. Like butt kissing maybe, but
Schmoozing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I tried to keep track while I was going. Thank you, Pamela, Debsy, Linda, Karen, and Catherine, and Dolores. Thank you very much. So Chris Ray. Thank you, April Showers. Will he be fired?
Yeah, Roger Stone 2 days ago said that he should be fired. Trump said the jury's still out on that.
Who's Chris Ray's?
Head of the FBI now, director of FBI.
And it's been dropped in Trump's ear that maybe he should. So you know how he is. The last person in the room, as everybody says, is the one he listens to.
Yep, he's so easily led by the nose. That guy.
And listening to a convicted felon.
Well, he'll be one at one time at some point, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Birds of a feather and all that. It's under consideration by the White House.
Playing jailhouse rock with a bunch of old white men that can't dance. Sorry, Johnny. What were you saying? It's under consideration.
Wow! I get every page in the deck except one. Which one am I missing here? Page of Pentacles. So there's no money or nothing involved, but there's everything else. So there is thought, emotion, and action. So this may come to. I don't think he's going to be fired, but it is heavily considered right now, and this may change with the wind. He is a Gemini, so this may be one to revisit because here's the potential. Pages are potential because they are the youngest of the court cards. So this is still out there. This may happen still.
Yeah, I got the Fool on the bottom. So he's not just a Gemini, he's the Fool.
Yes.
Yeah, so his whims will change. Right now, there's a weakening of the protection around Christopher Wray here. He's been thinking about it for a long time. He was kind of hoping he would just retire and, go away. He does have a circle of support around that. So there are others also in his ear about it. I've got crowning the reading, my big yes card, like it's looming. I feel like they're going to bully him out. So, either force him to resign or fire him. But there's some sort of agreement that they have with the Republicans. So it may be that they wait till after the election or something, or after the Republican convention to do it. There's something about timing with this before they move into action.
Well, I get that he's blissfully dreaming of being able to dominate that and get rid of him. Okay, blissful dreams. But underneath of it, I have a person there of strength that's following, our laws, and that's usually my card for the American, all of our good things. But he's, again, this is something he's holding tight to, but at the moment he's still being hung up. He's not going forward with it now. But he is having wonderful dreams of dominating in that and say, you're fired.
I'm getting that there's a really good chance that he will. There's news coming in about an argument, strife. Somebody's very angry. Like, all he has to do is just tick him off and he'll strike. Like, he's on a very short fuse. So there's a good chance. Yeah.
Thank you, Freebird. So Bill Barr, will he be Trump's personal attorney when they leave the administration?
I love this question. It's like, he's been your personal attorney all through your presidency. Why not now?
But what kind of attorney? I'm sorry. What kind of attorney would that be? Would that be like his criminal defender? Like,
thank you, Kathy's mom. It could. He could. We'll just see. Just. Well, I don't know if you can do that because Tarot is general, so he can do general. But
I mean, he has a team of lawyers anyway, and the Republican Party has to pay for part of it after he's out of.
But if you have a personal defense attorney, they're not your small claims attorney. They're not your contractual attorney. They don't do torts for you. No, so I mean, I don't know what kind of attorney he is specifically.
But I mean, look at all the bombs he's dumped on for Trump. Like, I can count like a dozen right off the top of my head. So it's like, he's already proven that
he's his personal attorney. So will Barr just join the team? Let's say that. Will he join the team? Because he'll need at least 15, because he's going to have cases coming from everywhere if he doesn't get reelected. And to think, if he didn't run for president, none of this would be happening.
Nope.
If you went out there pining for attention, none of your business would be on Front Street. Nobody would give a crap about your taxes. You can go and do all the other crap that you've been doing. Nobody would care. New Yorkers would still hate you and you still wouldn't care.
I think we all got the same.
And you gotta love when you're drawing cards and just burst into a giggle. Let's see. That's how it is. So I think he's trapped with him together. So I'm gonna go with the yes. There's the star, 3 of Wands. Both of those are potentials, and then it ends in the 8 of Swords. He hitched his wagon. I said Barr smart, and he is. But the one mistake he made was Medusa itself. You got too close, you looked at it, and now you're dragging behind this cart instead of being in the cart. Now you just got your one foot hooked up and you're bouncing around in the dirt. Thank you, Sunflower. So, yeah, you can't get out of it. There's no way you can get out of this. Even if you don't want to be his attorney, you're still in this with him to the death.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Well, I get he's already talked to him about it.
Yeah.
So there's a little imbalance here after they're gone. They have an old relationship, and so he's like, where's my Roy Khan, right? I need my Roy Khan. But I think Barr tries to retire, and then Trump
You
She froze for a minute here.
Oh, sorry.
froze.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little bit of a waiting period before he hooks him up, and I think, satisfaction, he gets him in.
Okay, well, I get that this is, Bill Barr. He's his man, strong man. So he's contemplating this wish that he wants Barr, and he's trying to sweet talk him, like this, we're family, we're all family, good. But underneath of it, we got, Trump is very good with juggling money and not paying in the private sector. So we might have a tower moment because he knows he's been dealing with the devil for
the breakup. That's going to be a dirty breakup.
There'll be a petty book on that one.
That was okay when I was in the White House and actually getting money, getting something from it. When we're out, I know you don't pay your bills. So, yeah.
I'm getting that one of them may want to retire, and perhaps they have career aspirations, quite possibly through a hookup for a judgeship or something. But this is also retirement. So this could be Bart, but these are all positive cards. And there might be a career wish or something that may be talked about. And then this one wanted to jump out. It's like there's loyalty. Well, he sees him as somebody that's loyal to him, so with that.
Can we ask that? Is Barr really loyal to Trump?
No. Thank you, Eva, and thank you, Doreen. Because can you really retire from corruption? You don't really do anything but corrupt things.
Like Trump thinks he's loyal to him because he's his Roy Cohn.
Yeah.
Is he loyal to Donald Trump?
Here we go again.
I'm gonna do the nice cards too. Let's see what they say. I mean, are they really nice at this point? I'm gonna call them nice though.
They try to be, but they can't.
They gotta answer.
Yes.
You gotta answer. Is he loyal? No. Yeah. Okay. So I get 5 of Wands. There's your arguing, fighting, bickering, blah 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 blah, and the Knight of Cups, the false knight. He looks like he's there to help you. He does have a different master though. But here's the Fool and the Knight of Wands. He does carry out your wishes because whoever is around him has a vested interest in you. I'm saying this like I'm talking to Trump, but they have a vested interest in you. Therefore, he has to carry out their plan. There is the Tower, so this will come eventually. So congratulations. But I do get on the nice cards. There's purity, but there's self-reflection. So this means purity of what it is he wants and not what it is you want. Because then we have peace with that. So there is an agreement between him and some other person or entity or conglomerate that has a vested interest in you being president in the Sharpie, not you personally. You can go away for all they care. But yeah, he's not loyal to you. He's loyal to himself.
Yeah.
As are you.
So I have the Justice Department here, being Barr, and Trump over here, and I laid cards, like I've laid a row, and these two guys are on opposite ends. So in between is fighting, some anxiety, some things that Barr has to sleep on before he moves into action on it. He does cooperate with him, but he sleeps on it. He thinks about it before he does it. So loyal, no, I think they're on opposite ends a little bit.
Sleeping on a stone bed like Barney Rubble.
I got, he knows that all the stuff that Trump's getting away with, and he's got the knowledge, the wisdom to work the magic to get him off as much as he can. And this is something he's been given, not that he's really thrilled with it, okay? But underneath of it, he's getting paid well, but it's just too much fantasy crap with Trump. He doesn't have all oars in the water. And so he's cooled on him. He's, it's like, I'll do that while you're here, but then we're done.
I asked if Barr was loyal to Trump. I got the writer, the woman, the fox, the mice. This could be saying visiting a woman that is suspicious of fraud and corrupt. The woman, because she's got the fox next to her, this could be a woman that's a redhead. And it could also be a woman that investigates corruption as well. So there's two ways to look at this, but he's not loyal to him. He's loyal to whoever this woman is that investigates corruption, or she's sneaky and manipulative and she's corrupt. So I don't know. Is he associated to a Mercer?
They have, Mercers have abandoned Trump.
Yeah, but
That doesn't mean they abandoned influence.
yeah.
So they have come out publicly and said they're not supporting him, but we're talking about Barr.
Not Trump. This was about Barr.
Yeah, ain't no telling.
Mm.
Well, let's go to subpoena blocking. Will they subpoena? Mazar's Bank is someone. Thank you, Crazy Cat Lady, and thank you, Michael, as well, who did business with.
That was just Crazy Cat Lady.
They have been doing business with Trump, or I guess just like Deutsche Bank, and they want. Who is it that wants his records?
Is it the House?
The House.
The House.
Yeah, the House. The House is going to have to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. House. Do they have the constitutional and statutory authority to issue subpoenas to Mazars?
And so with this, Trump is trying to get the Supreme Court to block the subpoena of his information. Just like, his taxes have been audited for the past 3 years. So he's still trying to get them to block this information.
Yeah.
So will he be successful? Is that what
block it from the House or block it from everybody?
Block the subpoena.
Block the subpoena.
Yes.
In other words, win the Supreme Court case. Will Trump win the Supreme Court case
of Mazars?
Yeah. Artie is laying right by my microphone on my laptop, so if you hear like some kind of weird noise, it's him purring real loud.
Let her motorboat, Artie.
Yeah.
He's doing the reading. That's what it is.
He's meditating.
This is going to repeat. I don't know how that's the case, but because I see him being initially successful, because you hear with the devil card, he gets away with something here. But then I have the information with the Ace of Wands or Ace of Swords, the Empress. This is like a brand new start, and possibly a woman who starts it. And then you get the Two of Wands. So we have more of the same. And then I get the Five of Wands, Three of Cups. So he may succeed again, or at the very least drag it out. And here's a battle. And then I get Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and Nine of Pentacles. It starts again. So they're going to keep doing this until they get it, because here in the fear is the Ten of Swords. So
I'm kind of getting that too. For the first round, I'm getting like, Trump showing strength. It's a battle, but I get a yes card. Yes, he'll win that. And feeling secure on it. We'll have to look at his other two cases.
What are you getting, Ganga? Miss Ganga?
I'm getting, it's going to get maybe a little tied up. And he's thinking that's wonderful, beautiful, It's getting kind of tied up in there. But then underneath of it, I'm getting that eventually there will be the heartache, because they're going to be looking at his stuff is going to come out about this Russia money and stuff. and it's going to go forward. And I think that it will eventually get seen. Yeah.
I asked if he would win the case on Mazars. Okay, I didn't ask for the house or anything. I just said if he would win the case. I got the clover, which is a little bit of luck. The lilies, something that has taken a long time, months perhaps. Also a judge. Here is the records or the report are important. This is ending in a positive card. It's like he gets lucky. Somehow he gets lucky, and in regards to a report. This could also be that a judge perhaps writes his opinion or something like that, or of the court ruling for that particular decision and has a record on it. But yeah.
What's interesting is that'll set a precedence for the House committee subpoena powers for future things.
Yep. The letter there could also be a historical document. It could also be a historical document. So the historical document may be significantly important. The historical document being the Constitution. Okay, so let me just put it that way. Sorry to interject.
I think, Mims, were you having problem with the join or the super chat? If you go to, where was I? If you go to the $ in the chat part, that's where you do the super chat. If you go to where my name is, you'll hit the join part there. Hopefully that helps you. So real numbers in the U.S. Will we ever get real numbers from 19?
Can we look at the Deutsche Bank case too, and the Vance case, which is his tax case? Can we look at all three cases?
Successful with those two?
Yeah. So Deutsche Bank, that's brought up by the House Committee on Finances as well as the intelligence, one of the intelligence committees, and it has to do with subpoena power also. Thank you, Pamela.
Thank you, Pamela.
So what is our question that we're?
So the first one is Trump versus Deutsche Bank.
Oh, okay.
Will Trump win or because he's trying to block Deutsche Bank from giving information to the House.
Okay.
You would think that all of the judges in the Supreme Court would see everything that they got laying in front of them because of that schmuck and be like, yeah, no, lower court ruling stands. Get out of here. You know?
Somebody asked me a question. Thank you, Karen. And in Through a Colored Lens, who we see a lot, she said that if we are in this time of Trump because there's a message we need to learn, then is he just destined to be here, since this is something we need to know? And so does he have some sort of, and don't jump out the window, y'all, when I say this, does he have some sort of divine protection for his purpose? The reason why he doesn't go down for anything. Because he's broken every law but jaywalking. And only because he doesn't like to walk. Outside of that, he doesn't go down for anything. Thank you, Joyce. So is there a protection around him? That's for another time, but I just wanted to throw that out.
That's an interesting question.
So we were asking about Deutsche Bank, and which one was the other one?
The other one is Vance, Trump versus Vance. That has to do with his taxes.
I get fighting and Supreme Court. So this as far as doing, thank you, Astrid. As far as Deutsche Bank goes, this will be another one of those battle type things. It'll go on for quite some time. Here with the King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. This one will go to, there might be a favorable verdict for not him, but for the subpoena for the other side. Because I see maybe some sort of appeal here with the judge in the Eight of Wands. So he may lose that case, but then there's an appeal. or something like that. But isn't your appeal to Supreme Court isn't that how you got there in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
There's some sort of rehashing of this, whatever it is. But yeah.
Yeah, I get Trump's out in the cold on this one. And there will be illumination on his Deutsche Bank financials. There's a little imbalance to it, a little back and forth before they make a decision.
Okay. Well, I got, they're taking the club out here, and it's a purposeful action. Whoop, I keep going backwards. This is a purposeful action. It's going to be a time thing, but it's moving forward. And they're walking to I think he's going to lose his loss because it's going to go to the government. So I think that the House will win that one. The government will win that one.
Okay, so let's look at Trump versus Vance. This has to. Oh, sorry, Becca.
This one's for Trump in the Deutsche Bank, right? That's the one we just did. So the money, the finances, the business, the house, the child. Okay. This is ending in a neutral and a neutral here. These two are neutrals. So this could be saying like the family business is small, the family business of the children. Or this could quite literally be the house. The house might have to do something new here. But there's nothing here that says that they block the house from getting the financial records, the business records. But it's like they don't get the whole thing. So the house itself might not be allowed. It might be considered partisan or something. I don't know. And yeah, what I got.
Thank you, Beverly, and thank you, Deborah.
And then it's taxes one. Trump versus Vance. Sorry, I'm looking at all three cases.
I got another follow-up on that. So what was the other one, Vance, you're saying?
Yeah, Trump versus Vance. It's over his tax records.
I think a judge might go his way on that one. Initially, like it sounds as though he may win this in particular one, but this one might stretch to the point where he's not in the White House and thus his protection fails him. I don't know how that happens, but it ends in the Three of Swords. So I think he may lose this in particular one. But it's like once the manipulation over his position is gone.
I'm getting he loses this one too. I'm not sure how, but I'm like the verdict goes in favor of Nancy and the Dems. There's an imbalance, surprising for Trump and fiasco for businessman Trump.
Okay, well, I got the Trumpmeister in the center of it here, and a radiance, so a putting light on things. His fortunes have his money stuff. Messages coming out. His walking away. We have the, and I think this is him going down with that, embattled and going down and walking away. So I think they're going to wind up. The House is going to get it. They'll get the information.
I'm getting that. I'm getting the woman, the bear, and the cross. This is a woman that is powerful, that is put on trial. A woman that is a financier that gets put on trial. But this one was to ask if he'll win against Vance, and it's no, and it's when his power gets put on trial, or when his power is suffered or burdened, and a woman is in there as well. So I don't know if this would be this ends up dragging Melania, because this is a woman that's her mother as well. Melania or his daughter, but there's a woman that gets put on trial out of that too. So.
Okay. That's what my follow-up. Oh, thank you, me, myself, and I, and Cynthia and Linda. As far as financial goes, what is the thank you, Lynn. What is the outcome or the outlook for the children in Melania? Because this is family money, and I'm pretty sure they're connected at some point somewhere to where something is going to look back at him. Otherwise, they wouldn't have 99 attorneys like he does.
Mm-hmm.
So how does their financial outlook look as well? I don't know if we need to do one by one, but like, thank you, me, myself, and I.
Family is a total.
Yeah, like the Trump regime. Like, see if somebody pops out, like we get a woman or a man or something, and see if something looks bad for the rest of them.
So what will be the outcome of the Trump family financials once Trump is out of office?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Thank you, Laura. So they're going to be on the defensive as well. I get two guys. So we got the boys here automatically. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. One is a bit aloof and one rushes in too fast. So that's definitely them. There is also here a Page of Wands. This is someone younger, but they have a lot of messages, documents, this type of crap. It possibly is like locked in a safe. Like I see it guarded and secured. This is probably Ivanka. So she has a lot of documents. They have a lot of meetings and things. They have a lot of connections to people they shouldn't. And their connections is documented in photograph and everything else. She has documents. Like she could rat out the whole family if she wanted to. I'm here with the Ace of Swords and Nine of Swords. This is something that they worry because this is something that you have. So if you got information that the higher ups want, they may come after it at some point. So there is a worry about that. There's a Chariot and the Star. So this is going to be an ongoing thing. We're going to hear about the Trumps for the next 5 years, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you just like to see them squirm. But it is all going to be about money, of course, because here with it's big money. This is not like, she sold a pair of shoes and it had the wrong tax code on it or something. This is big money, and it's delivered money too. And yes, they will be here with the Two of Swords trying to juggle for, like I said, the next 5 years. I didn't get an outcome, but yeah, they're going to have some trouble.
I'd say 4 to 5 years because I got the 4 here, and it's like the Trump business. This is on the bottom. Trump business on a coffin, dead. Purely for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. With the 3 kids, their challenge is to get a new source of income. Like very quickly after he's out of office, their source of income dries up and there's a lot of anxiety. I got the tower sitting right on top of them. The world comes crashing in, and guess what? Somebody's going to jail. Somebody's going to have to learn how to work hard. So, go be a cashier at your grocery store or something, because somebody's got to learn how to work hard. And they're all put in defense mode. So there's a lot of treachery belonging to Trump family.
Okay, I got, they're contemplating looking at all their adventures, all their roaming that they've done, to get these money deals. So their fingers have been in a lot of pies, a lot of activities. But I get it's going to be tower moment for them. Big loss, big losses. very emotional, and they're going to have to actually start over again, put that energy out there and build their businesses again.
I'm getting, sorry, did I interrupt?
No, you're good.
Okay. I'm getting whoever this woman is here, she's secure. There's a foreign woman who has money in an institution that has to do with beauty, or this woman has gone overseas to work with a foreign government that has to do with beauty, cosmetics, clothing, purses, interior design, crap, whatever. It's secured here, shopping malls. Okay, she's secured. There's an advisor that is persistent, has been around a long time. And it's a bad choice and a decision that brings an ending, a serious loss, and there's betrayal here. What it looks like, it's like the money has several routes and it's overseas. They're all overseas. There's a couple of institutions here that are empty. They don't have anything inside. They're black. They're blacked out, and they're just there for moneyed gifts here. But it looks like, I don't know how far down the road this is. They're going to have problems with money because the money is false. There's false gifts here. But they have several routes, though, and they're all overseas. So it's almost like good luck finding all the routes where they've hid the money and the companies that are black. They don't have anything inside to be able to catch it all. So to recoup it. So they have it kind of tucked away in certain areas, far away.
Okay, we got 3 more. So we're going to go to Donald Trump blaming his favorite person, Barack Obama. And he is now going to try to go after him legally for something. So go ahead.
He won't specify what the crime is yet, though. He's just saying, oh, well, if you read the papers, you know what it is. It's like, what are you talking about?
and you know what's going to happen right after that, right? He's going to get that phone call or that interview from William Barr going, hey, dummy, I can't commit the crimes when you're telling the world what you're going to do.
That fixation is just so sick.
Tiny hands, Johnie.
He couldn't stick anything on Hillary. That's all washed up. Now he's going after
Obama. That's what makes it so just. You're not smart. You're not popular. Nobody likes your wife and nobody likes your kids.
Nope.
And then Obama has all of that.
You know what it is? You know what it is? His racism is blinding him. And it's also the fact that man did 8 years without an impeachment. That's the other part of it.
His greatest scandal was his tan suit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which I think he should have just wore a red one right out.
He should have wore that tan suit every day of the week for the next.
I would have. Like, why do you have to have a black suit on? Thank you, Debbie.
So is he going to charge Obama with anything? Is he going to have Barr charge Obama with something? Is he going to do some sort of investigation on him?
No.
I got he's blocked right on the bottom.
Yeah.
Can't get anywhere with it.
It's like, you do realize you're opening a can of worms, because that can mean that the next administration that comes in
We're going to investigate the previous president.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The magician, manipulation, you got to walk away from it. Here with the 8 of Cups. The lovers and the 5 of Pentacles, they can't help you. The people that you depend on to do this tomfoolery, they can't help you. There's nothing to help you with. Like, it'd be different if you had a legitimate something, but there's nothing there. 2 of Pentacles, the imbalance, it changes dramatically, and then you start going on all of your little weird shows talking about he's horrible, he's this, he's that. This is very bad for you, though, because the one thing you don't need is to draw more attention to the success of the administration, of which maybe he's not responsible for it, but he was connected to it, Joe Biden. So all you're doing now is publicity for Joe Biden by continuing to bring up Obama, who cannot. That's not going to save you. Anyway, that's what I get. So that's
Yeah.
my bicentennial minute there.
I get, here's the happy family, but the challenge is the legacy Obama left. Like there's nothing, his legacy within the government, his legacy as a family man, unless they sleight of hand something, there's nothing because people love him. So he's delusional unless he gaslights something to try to get America to turn. He's just delusional on this one. He's gonna like try to go back a long ways, but he has to walk away from it. He can't do anything. No charges, no nothing. No Nobel Prize, no anything.
Noble
Prize.
Yeah.
I guess Trump thinks he's the second coming divinity here. He thinks this is justice to go after him, but he's in Grimm's fairy tale with that one. Well, it's upside down, yes, I do. He's in Grimm's fairy tale with that one. This is like a tower moment for Trump. The chariot is moving forward. The Republicly Ugly Party is putting the kibosh on it. They're saying, no.
We've been down the Benghazi road. That didn't work for us over and over and over again. Now you want to go after Obama?
I'm getting ongoing persistent corruption, anxiety, and paranoia, but then he's ultimately blocked by a huge obstacle that he can't get around. So no, this is what do you call it? Machinations of his own twisted brain. But no.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Phyllis. We also have Trump. Becca, this was your question about the OANN.
Oh, yeah.
So are we going to look at, is he going to invest more or are they invested? Like, what do you want to look at on that?
Okay, so Donald Trump has been having a little lover spat with Fox News, and he's been saying that they have been treating him badly. So he's been trying to elevate OANN. What is it called, Jen? One America News Network.
News Network.
And it came out the other day that Genius, Beavis and Butthead over there, Junior and the other one, are working with investors to invest in OANN. So I wanted to know if OANN will ever get to the height of, and I'm saying height of success, but I'm talking like huge multimedia corporation like Fox. Will they ever get like that, or will they remain this fringe network for crazy people that think drinking bleach is a good idea?
Will they penetrate like a Fox News, or will they be like Blaze with Pig Face? What's his name?
Oh,
Glenn Beck. Yeah.
Glenn Beck. Okay.
Row A or row C? We had one troll, Trump administration forever. I found that.
Dream on.
Oh Lord, they make lemon flavored bleach too.
Oh, lovely.
I'm just saying.
Isn't that called and pine salt too? I heard that.
Pine salt got a bunch of flavors. I ain't saying you gotta drink none, sir. I'm just saying that they make it. That's all.
For entertainment purposes only.
I like lemons. Don't you like lemons? You don't like lemons? Lemons is good for you. Blood pressure go down, everything. It'll really go down. You drink that pine salt. I'm tickling my own self. Your blood pressure will stop. You drink that pine salt. Sweet Mary and Joseph. So I get the 4 of Wands. That's them. And it's crossed by 7 of Swords. There's some behind the scenes stuff. So they have big pockets, whoever it is. Somebody's got a lot of money coming into this. There is the Smug Merchant. He is behind the scenes as well with the 9 of Cups and that Hangman. The Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. You will see him physically a lot on the network. A lot. The 4 of Cups. This is not actually helping, though. This is just something they can't help but do because of behind the scenes stuff. And then the High Priestess. I don't see it getting to that height, but it will be it will be there. It'll be like a Blaze and a Rush Limbaugh and all that kind of stuff. It'll be there. It just won't be Fox News.
Yeah, there's something weird going on because there is a lot of money behind it, but then like they're over here waiting on the money all the time. So there is a hidden agenda with this. So I don't think like the purpose of OAN is for the news. I think there's something underhanded going on with finances because I have like nothing that shows like they're prosperous or anything. It's just gab, gab, gab. There's something going on in the dark behind the scenes. They're always making plans, but nothing ever seems to get off the ground. I'm like, where's the money to show success?
Yeah. I'm wondering if they lose it all in lawsuits because it's like, you know, at least Fox News has the brain to be like, okay, let's not gaslight so much because we could lose our pants, you know?
I think maybe they're using it for money laundering or something like
so it's a front.
or something else. It's a front.
Because you know all of his other businesses with that, with Trump Water, Trump Magazine, Trump Steak, Trump Fish, Trump Poultry, Trump Seasoning, everything. People
he's in bed with, you know, shifting money around, judgment coming on it. Like it might even end up in court too. Yeah, it might go to court. I don't think it's not set up to make money as a news place. It's set up to push money in, push money out.
It's casino.
Well, I'm getting the first thing up is we're going to have some justice. We're going to rejoice, be happy, and have some kind of an attainment. Okay, I keep going backwards here. For now, they're having a victory. You know, the victory celebration. We have somebody with deep pockets there, but they're going to take some lumps, and then some offer is going to be made. So who knows? Maybe they're going to sell out, or maybe they're going to have an offer of having some judgments against them. We have an offer for you to be here at the court at a certain day.
I'm getting that. I'm getting the storks, the anchor, and the whip. So change is it's stuck. It's like the progress is stuck. Movement forward, it's stuck. And then there's ongoing arguments, repeating stuff, abusing, criticizing, fighting, stirring stuff up. This could also be something that launders, a washing machine. It goes like this, the spin cycle. Okay. So, but there's no money cards here. It's just saying that there is no change for this company, and it's just there as to just hit and hit and hit and hit. So
yeah, I've got it's an impoverished business, but there's some contracts for sources of income from overseas. So yeah, it's money in, money out.
Yeah.
And who wants to do business with the poor network if it wasn't really poor? There's a specific reason to go in there and do something. Well, speaking of money, let's go to the bingo hall. Entrepreneur has been waiting on us. So what state was this? Because I found on the internet, Alabama's the same way too. Yes.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
You are not allowed to play bingo for more than 10 hours a week. So like if you're retired and you want to go play bingo every day, you know, your limit's 10 hours every week. Why do they limit bingo players to 10 hours a week?
And who enforces this?
This is the kind of laws that North Carolina and Alabama waste their time on.
When I was in communications class in high school, my very first speech, or whatever you want to call it, was on stupid laws because I had never given speech in front of somebody before. And I was like, well, the best thing to do is do something funny. That way people are on your side. So I did laws. And there was one where in order for you, this is overseas, in order for you to sell a pickle, a vinegar-stricken cucumber, it had to bounce at least 4 inches off the ground first. Otherwise, it could not be sold. In Oklahoma, and I think this is still on the books, you cannot go fishing in the lake for whales.
Wait a minute. What was it in Pennsylvania? You cannot catch a trout with your mouth.
Mm-hmm. It's illegal to go fishing with your mouth.
Pennsylvania, literally.
The bears are SOL there.
all illegal bears.
They got to go to Bass Pro Shop, get them strained.
Get you those talking trouts there. So why is it illegal to play bingo for more than 10 hours?
For balance of life, balance of everything else. They think it's not good for you to sit there and play. Sovereignty. There's something religious about this too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if all religious institutions have bingo halls in them, but there's something religious and there's something to do with balance. And then the unexpected, because why make a law about this? Did I mention Oklahoma's, all of their water features are man-made. So if you didn't put the whale in there, there's not one in there. But it was the weird thing that popped out of something to do with religion and balance.
It's a control mechanism too for to get people to walk away. So maybe grandmas and grandpas were playing a little bit too much. It's got a practical side to it. They're a practical side monetarily, like they don't want people being impoverished by spending all their money playing bingo. So, you know, it's an action they took. It was quite emotional when they did it. Broke a few hearts here, but they're trying to relieve anxiety on the state, is what I'm getting. They see it as, there's a little bit of a religious dogma here too. They see it as a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Treacherous. You know, it's a gambling kind of. Yeah, it's a little bit of gambling, so they see it as a little treacherous, so they wanted to block it.
But what about the seniors that are living in nursing homes? You know what I mean? And they play bingo all the time. Like, not okay, Susie, we have to put your bingo away. You're about to
10 hours, gotta quit.
Oh, mercy.
Well, I thought this is something that they had worked on. You know, again, that kind of paranoia, ridiculous things that they've got going. And they wanted people to, again, go forward, put their energy somewhere else. So this was the spin they were putting out, and to reevaluate things about going home and having the good family life. You need to go home, take care of your chillins.
I'm getting that. I'm getting the letter, the mountain, the anchor, the what do you call this? The crossroad and the rider. It's like there's legislation here that's been permanently stuck there. So this could be something that's been old and outdated. It's been sitting there for a long time. And then it was delivered to the polls. Like, who in the heck would vote for this anyways? Like, what citizen would be like, you know what, it's totally cool. Let's limit gambling to 10 hours a week. And mom over there in the nursing home is only allowed to play bingo 10 hours a week. The rest of the time she's going to have to knit or watch movies. Like, but it's looking like that thing has been stuck there a long, long time, like probably buried in the stupid law, you know, shelf somewhere.
You know, that there was a even worse law we could have read on, but we decided not to, which is Oregon's law. You cannot throw poop out of a moving car. It's like, it's like, why did they have to create that law? Who was throwing poop out of a moving car?
Oh, Lord.
You know,
Can I please
It's
tell them
okay.
where we got this from?
Yeah. It's okay if the car is not moving, but if the car is moving, you know, don't be throwing it out.
So there's this guy that Jenny and I watch. His name is Uncle Vic. If you are against somebody going on a rant with a strain of profanity, do not go watch Uncle Vic. If it doesn't bother you, there you go.
Yeah, his videos are called Pissed Off Vic. But he uses a lot of profanity, but he's my guilty pleasure because he goes on rants that are so apropos.
He's had some great rants.
Yeah, he's my spirit animal. He's my spirit animal for sure. Yep.
oh, thank you all for coming out and joining us. Thank you, Becca, Jenn, and Ganga for this impromptu live stream. Thank you all for the super chats and for joining the channel. Thank you very much. And we will see y'all. I'll do a live stream sometime in the week. So I'll see y'all in the week sometimes. And we'll see everybody else on Sunday.
Oh wait, isn't Sienna or not Sienna? Tallulah, doesn't she go live on Wednesdays?
Yeah, I'll be there on Wednesday on that one too.
So check out Johnie on Tallulah's channel on Wednesday.
See y'all later.